Hello Misery Minions. Why do I call you that? Because today is the first episode of a new channel called Automisery. And it's an unusual name, but I live here in central Missouri, so it's a play on words. I've always liked YouTube channels that had cars in them, like VinWiki, and my favorite happens to be Tyler Hoover's Hoovie's Garage. And I thought for fun, I would make my own YouTube channel. Definitely not for money, because from what I'm finding out, for every 1,000 views, YouTubers get about $7 from the YouTube channel. Now there's other advertising and things like that. There's not a lot of money. So this will just be for fun. And right now, if you're watching this, you are the first viewer. And if you subscribe, you'll probably be the first subscriber as well. I only have two vehicles. I have a daily driver and a farm vehicle. I live on 20 acres in rural Missouri. So to do a YouTube channel on automobiles, gonna be tough. So I decided to expand a little bit and have it to be about automobiles, places, and things. But then as soon as I decided, hey, this would be a fun channel to do, and even if it's just for myself, next thing I know, I increased my hoopty fleet. I'm not going to use that because Tyler may have that copyrighted by now. But my misery fleet grew. And so it grew by 3 vehicles in 3 weeks. So I went from 2 vehicles to 5. So I do have a little bit of product or enough cars to make some videos about. So what's the first car that I got that we can talk about? It would be, of course, a European sports car out of Stuttgart. It would be a 2010 Porsche Cayman S. And her name is Gretel, Hansel and Gretel from Germany. So that's why she's Gretel. And I'll talk further in this video, in this episode, about how I came about to get her. And then if you like this and like and subscribe, then at the end you can always guess what the other car was that I purchased, and it's under this tarp right here. This is another European sports car. If you can guess the make and model, you'll get the gold star. So stay tuned, sit back, enjoy the show. All right, so this is me walking to get my new car, my new delivery, and the transport brought it all the way from San Diego, Carlsbad to be exact, all the way here to central Missouri, just north of Columbia. And I live down a gravel road that the car transporter didn't think it could turn around, and I'm actually on a blacktop, which ends in a gravel road, and there's no place to turn around. So I'm about a quarter of a mile from Highway 63, and the transporter has unloaded my car on old Highway 63, which is just on the other side of this highway. So now I got to run across a 4-lane road playing Frogger, trying not to get run over, to take delivery of my brand new Porsche. Oh, I said what it was. But anyway, this is me trying just to get up to the highway. You can see the cars going by up there. So I'll catch up with you when we get up to the road here. Actually, they're on this side of the road and my car is right there. What do you know? I'm trying not to get run over because I'm on a blind curve here. So that's my car right there. Gee whiz, I'm excited. There's some funny things about this Porsche. One is I've never owned a Porsche, and I've never driven a Porsche. I've never sat in a Porsche. I've never touched a Porsche, and now I own one. So this ought to be interesting. This is a 2010 Cayman S, and I didn't think I could afford it. I've been looking for Caymans. They started in 2006, and it's got the 2006 all were S's, which is interesting. The 2007 and 2008 had some IMS issues, although it was only 8% of them, and most of those were tracked. But you never knew if you were in that 8% or not, so everyone else ran to get their IMS bearing changed. This is the second generation of the Cayman, which started in 2009, and I couldn't find one anywhere. Found a 2010 with real high miles and a Carfax that said front end was damaged but never been in an accident, and that alone there chased enough people away where this was a great price. This was $10,000 less than Blue Book. So anyway, this is Larry, my driver. He's my transporter. Are you Larry?
Mr. Charles, I like your t-shirt there.
Oh, thanks. Wow, you know what? Like I said, I was telling the video here that I have never even touched, sat in, rode in,
Wow.
or owned. You got more over there, huh? See, I figured you were being across the road on the other side where old Highway 63 is.
I started too, but it was a dip down there.
Oh.
And we should have inch off the ground.
Wow.
Don't tell them. Sometimes car haulers get stuck or things like that.
Gotcha. No worries.
Boy, she's the beauty.
She is. That's absolutely awesome. You got some paperwork over there for me to sign?
I got my cell phone.
Okay.
They said, let's see.
So after getting it off the transporter, I was going to take it up to a friend of mine. His name is Jacob. He's at a place called McKnight Tire because I'm going to need a car inspection to get the registration and tags in my name. So I'm going to head on up there. See you there. This is Jacob. Remember him from Hoovies? When you said that Hoovies, or Tyler Hoover, stopped by here,
Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys were like part of the show.
Oh, we're famous.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And then so is Philippe.
Yeah, Philippe.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I say too. You don't like that.
No,
But anyway, so in honor of Tyler Hoover, who has a Porsche with an LS swap, I just bought a Porsche and it's outside.
I gotta see this.
All right, you want to see it?
I do. This gray one here?
Yep.
That's nice. What's got in it?
320 horse.
Okay.
So if you didn't already know, we're at McKnight Tire, same place Tyler Hoover came with his, I believe, a Lexus 300.
I think it was Acura.
It was Acura?
Yeah.
Okay.
Red Acura.
Yeah, got his tires changed here, and then he drove it all the way home to Wichita, which is only 300 miles from here. But if I want to be a Tyler Hoover wannabe, I guess I had to have a Porsche since he has a 911. Although he blew his engine, and then he did an LS swap, and he just tracked it, and he blew that too.
Did he? I didn't hear
He did. So his 911 now is kaput. I'm sure he's going to fix it up because he's already put $17,000 in the swap that blew up again. So he needs to stay off the track. But this is nice. This is 2010,
Okay.
and it's second generation. They only started making these in 2006, and it's the 911's smaller brother.
Yeah.
It's not a rear engine. It's mid-engine. So the engine, it corners nicer than a 911. It doesn't swing out as far. And because 911 is the flagship, they make sure that that motor is always bigger.
Yeah.
Now, they have a couple of special a couple of special editions of this car that actually has the 911 motor in it. And it just ate the 911's lunch on the Nürburgring racetrack. And so, and everyone was thinking this was a better sports car because of the handling, but no one would know because the motor was always smaller. But once you put the 911 motor in it, then you found out it was a better, only because of mid-engine versus rear engine. But it's the S model has all the upgrades. It's got you can always tell an S model too on a Cayman with the red calipers, unless somebody painted them. But it just came off the trailer from California not even 30 minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
And I saw this line on here and about freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a scratch right across my car.
Oh, the plastic on it.
It's the plastic coating on the front to cover, to protect it.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my gosh, someone drug a key across it all the way from California. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about doing some work on this thing. So, all right, minions, I hope you like the show, and I hope you like and subscribe. And remember, I'll see you next week, and misery loves company. Have a good one.